see, that's ice.
What?
That was ice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's ice. Ice, baby.
Oh, shit. That was ice. Hey, guys.
I know, I get you.
Hey, Porterhead, what up? Mark, you're amazing. Thank you. I just heard that ice passed in a truck over there. Okay.
All right.
That's alarming. Right when I got on.
So they're riding in white cars. If you see a white car, you already know that's fucking vehicle.
I guess ice just passed.
We love you. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So we'll see what happens. I got down here as quick as I can. I'm at MacArthur Park. How you guys doing? Good afternoon, Derek. Good afternoon, Blackie. What up, Blackie? Yeah.
I love everyone.
I think that we're pretty careful in the road. We're always in the road. I know it looks kind of scary, but I'm gonna walk across the street. So I'll tell you what's going on if you haven't heard. I just got the word like an hour ago, and I got down here and jumped out as quick as I could. So basically, hey guys. Hello, cheers. Hey, Joe. I got out of the red. Okay, so this is crazy if you haven't heard. Let's see. What up? Hey. So we're at MacArthur Park, which is kind of like, I'm never down here, but it's close to downtown, kind of. So thank you. Thank you, Mark. Okay. So basically, a couple hours ago, I get word that the military is going through this park. National Guard or federal agents on horses. Karen Bass, the mayor, just did a speech. I hear there's going to be another speech at 4:30. There was no protest here. There was no protest here at the time. They just popped up and rolled through the streets like military formation. I hear there was what looked like to be a Black Hawk in the sky. I guess it was just a flex to look like, to kind of scare people, I guess. I don't know if anybody got detained, although I just heard the gentleman that's on the mic right now just said, he said that was ice that passed right before I went live in a white car, a white truck. So we'll see what's going to happen. So there was no protest. In fact, there was a summer camp of kids, apparently. Then they had to usher the children inside. I don't know why or what. I think it was just a political stunt to, that's what I'm hearing, but, we'll see. So this popped up clearly afterwards, after they rolled through the town. Everybody came out with their phones and was recording, and they were shocked. And then, of course, at MacArthur Park, a protest popped up. So I'm like, damn, I'm just going to race down there. You can see some of the footage from earlier on other, aerial views, other stations. But it's pretty crazy. It really looks like a different country. The gentleman on the mic, you might recognize him if you've seen me before. He was actually the really excellent guy that was leading the marches right before No King's Day. He was the one that day where a Colt hijacked. If you didn't see that, I don't know if they were a Colt, but something strange happened. They hijacked the march and they led them into a basement or whatever that day. He was coming just about every day at 4 o'clock at the Federal Building and leading the march. And if anybody threw a water bottle at the police, he would be on them. He really kept it together. So I'm gonna go say hi to him. I guess he got down here pretty quick. Let's see what they're saying.
Yesterday we had independent community members who aren't associated with any organization doing Migra Watch, rapid response. They showed up and they were actually detained. Their names is Arturo Hermosillo and Julian Cardenas, I believe. We've been able to locate Arturo, but we haven't been able to locate Julian. They were kettled by ICE, and we were barely able to locate Arturo like an hour ago. So we basically need you guys to start showing up for protesters who are being targeted by the FBI and the federal government. There's already 5 people in Los Angeles who have
Everybody
been doing
that's
the work
honking
to
is
protect
in
our
support.
communities,
They're not
who are
honking
doing
out
the
of
work that the police are
traffic.
supposed to be doing, right? We're protecting our own.
They're
Solo el
honking out
pueblo
of
salva el
support.
pueblo, and
I
they're
call them
targeting
hype
us for
cars.
that now. They started by targeting the jornaleros, day laborers, vulnerable communities, and then the community started to show up, and now they're targeting rapid response teams, response independent activists. We need to stand up and speak up for Julian and Arturo. Arturo is indigenous and Azteca. He was arrested. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the video of the guy who was dragged out of his truck in Pacoima, out of his van, sorry. At Costco.
Please be
He
respectful.
showed
You
up
can
to
leave your
record,
opinions, but be
to
respectful.
Because we have the responsibility of doing something before the raid, during the raid, and after the raid. He showed up
What's
after
up,
the
Jeremiah?
raid, and he was doing what he was supposed to be doing, which was documenting, right? So we get to see who they're kidnapping and who the people that kidnapped our own, who they are, their driver's license. We're documenting, right? We're trying to get information from the day laborers and the food vendors on the street to put the pieces together. And he showed up to do that. And he was
Thank
dragged
you.
out of his truck, and now he's facing charges for like assaulting a federal agent, which is BS. And then on the farce of July,
Thank you, Just Tex.
when indigenous femmes put together an organization in front of the federal building, again, they basically pushed us out on the street and
SB11,
then
thank
deemed
you.
it unlawful. They
That's
gave us
right,
a special
Kristen.
order, and the entire crowd refused to leave. They then targeted Arturo and Julian
What's up,
on the
Jeremiah?
4th of July.
Okay.
And their I believe their charge was refusal
Matt.
to disperse, which is bogus because nobody left. So why are they targeting those two? And then yesterday morning, between 8 and 10 p.m., they were kettled in Los Alamitos City in Orange County. Julian, they broke his glass, the driver's side glass, and they dragged him out. And my friend who was a third person who was there documenting everything, she let me know that Julian was beat up.
Hey, saca la foto! Take a picture!
Anyway, long story short,
I don't know what that
Julian
was.
ended up getting beat up by ICE. When I got there to document, his head was wrapped in gauze, which indicated that he experienced head trauma. His face was also swollen, which tells me that he was probably beat up. When I got there to document everything, an ICE agent told me that if I get close to him and that if I'm like the other
Shit.
guys, that he was gonna have to defend himself.
This is. Oh no, this isn't good. Stay peaceful.
Peaceful protest.
Yes. Peaceful protest.
What the fuck's going on?
Get the fuck out of here. We're not peacefully protesting the most violent empire in the history of humanity. Are you fucking kidding? Stop fucking hogging the mic. This is an indigenous platform.
Oh my
this
God.
is an indigenous movement.
All right, things are getting a little spicy.
The way we were
Things
allied
are
to
getting a
you.
little spicy.
Stop hogging the mic. Stop hogging the mic. Stop telling people to peacefully
Oh my God.
protest. That's bullshit.
Oh no. This is
Hello, welcome to Speak.
You just saw racism.
Oh God. All right. People are naturally upset. You okay?
No, that's racism.
What did he say?
Like, we stood up for your...
What did he say? What did he say?
Like, if they always forget that I'm in the black and this, you gotta talk. My partner is black. My partner is black to me. You can't call me racist.
All right.
Hey!
I'm going to answer you guys in a second. It's getting a little spicy. People are naturally upset. There are kids here. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. I'm not totally sure what's going on, but I think I'll explain. I think it's gonna be okay. I hope. All right. I gotta keep my eyes out, so I'm gonna try to see some of your comments before it gets crazy. I'm kind of purposely tilting this a little low on the ground. I mean, the news stations are out here and people are recording, so it should be fine. But I'm just gonna be a little cautious. There was no protest earlier. Let me explain. If you're just coming in here, there was no protest here. It was just a regular old day. Well, thank you, Porterhead. It was just a regular day, and out of nowhere, the military came through. I don't even know if they detained anybody. I hear that they looked like there was a Black Hawk in the helicopter in the sky, military on horseback. I think it was National Guards, federal agents, a formation. And of course, the streets came out. People came out to take pictures, and then of course it struck up a protest that was not happening. In fact, in the park here, we're at MacArthur Park, there was a children's summer camp, and they had to usher the kids inside. I guess Karen Bass, the mayor, who a lot of people dislike, and I hear some of her corruption as well, she was on her way to, I think, the 6 months anniversary, I guess you call it, of the crazy fires that happened in LA, and then she got word, so she detoured here. You can see some of that footage that on different channels. I just got the word like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago, and quickly tried to get here as fast as I could. Now we're here, but again, there was no protest. There was no protest. I believe also the LAPD were down here, of course. And they're violent. And now there's a little bit of infighting going on, but nothing crazy. I hope they're resolving it. The cars that are passing, they're honking out of support. So don't worry, they're not honking to get out of the road. They're hype cars. They show their support in that way. I see some comments sometimes thinking that they're angry. They're not. They're slowed down. They roll down the window. They give thumbs up. I don't always film all of them unless they look like they want to be, like they don't care. Okay. I got a little nervous there because it got a little spicy, you know. When these things happen, once in a while you could get people with leadership skills that rise up, but they can have different ideas of how to handle these situations. So I think there was a little infighting, but nothing physical or violent. Okay, so I'm gonna go across the street. I'm never in this area, usually. I haven't been down in this part of town, MacArthur Park, for quite a while. And it could be so beautiful if it was cleaned up. But apparently there is a huge, well, of course, there's a huge homeless problem. And when I was pretty shocked. I haven't been here for quite a while. And it's pretty bad down here, I'm not gonna lie, and it's sad. But otherwise than that, right before I went live, apparently there was an ICE truck that passed. They said it on the mic. MacArthur Park is very, it's heavily populated with immigrants. So, I don't know all the details. I had plans today to do laundry. But you never know when this shit goes down lately, and I feel like it's only going to get crazier. Okay. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to find a place where I can actually see your comments. When the sun's out here, it's fairly hard with the glare. Please be respectful. My goodness. Sorry to my mods once again. But thank you, thank you, thank you. You can leave your opinions, but please be respectful. So I just, when these things pop up, if I can, it's not always easy. I try to run down and press, just go live, because the reason I do this is I hate politicians that lie, and they do on both sides. I do not like the illegal activities that ICE is doing. LAPD is very corrupt. I was protesting the cult of Scientology last year, who's the biggest donor of the biggest or one of them to the LAPD, and it's known that the police are in bed with that cult. And I saw a lot of corruption that I had no idea. And then covering this, I mean, they're trigger happy as hell. If you watch, oh my God, you guys, if you watch some of the footage from, I can't remember if it was ABC or NBC, but the helicopter above was getting some of the footage when this broke out. And I've been seeing some crazy, over the top behaviors from the LAPD. One cop looked like he's purposely swerved to he was going to hit a pedestrian to scare them. And the news station was like, oh my God, we've never seen that before. The other day on Jessica Palmadesa's channel, watch her, shout out to Jessica, she caught a police officer punching a window of a car that was just trying to make a turn down the street. It was extremely startling. And then if you see my footage, of course, they opened fire on peaceful protesters with less lethal weapons, sloppily shooting, hitting me in the leg, tear gas canisters in front of us and all that crap. So I just like to come and get live. I think that's the best situation. That way you can see for yourself what's going on. And it's unedited. It's not manipulated. You can just see. And I don't always know what's going to go on. If there's violent protesters, then I'm going to get it and you're going to see. But the overwhelming thing that I have witnessed, and it's on a live stream, is that it's like the overwhelming amount of protesters. I'm even surprised. 98, 99% are pretty peaceful. Very peaceful. In fact, even the people on the mic that, lead the marches and, chants, if they see anything like throwing a water bottle to police officers, they yell at them, because they know that the narrative right now is that they're all criminals and the protesters are violent. And if one protest, oh shit. Is that what we think? Okay, no, that wasn't. Okay. Earlier they had a white car that was like that, and they said it was ICE. So see, they're throwing their fists in the air. The hype cars are getting the crowd going. Once I get in the shade, I'll be able to see your comments. Let's see if I can try to see. So this is at MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. I think it's pretty close to downtown. And oh gosh, it's going by so fast. Let me just slow it down. And again, there was no protest there. There was a summer camp of children. They ushered inside. And right when I came up, they had, funky music on. And a gentleman that I've seen at the No Kings protest and a week leading up to it. And he was making sure everybody was peacefully protesting. And he's here. A lot of times they're chanting peaceful protest.
wants to join the rapid response team, please follow Community Self-Defense Coalition.
I hear police. I hear police. And in the distance, hopefully that's not for us. But we're gonna find out. Can you hear it? Okay, let's see if I can see over here. Oh, we got a helicopter. Yep, let's see. That's an LAPD helicopter above. Let's see if he shouts at us on the mic. They do that sometimes. I've mentioned that many times before, but at the beginning, like last month of these protests, there would be LAPD, everybody with their flags. Look at how low he is. They get real low and they get on the mic and they troll us. I see police. I see police staging up the street. This isn't gonna be good, guys. I see police staging up the street. All right, let me warn. The LAPD is, in my opinion, what you got to worry about. The National Guard, even though it was a very scary look today, they might be staging up the street. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. Okay.
You wanna go? Are you going?
You need a ride? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm parked that way. I'm live right now. But should we let them know, or like let people know?
No. They're on your live most likely.
Huh?
They're probably
Oh,
on
well, no.
How many people do you got?
I got 2,570, but there are other live people, so I make
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Because we have to get down to the federal courthouse.
You got to get to the federal courthouse.
Yeah, we're going to the federal courthouse because 4:30 they have a press conference.
At 4:30.
Now?
All right. I think the police are.
Yeah, you can't say that because then it'll
Huh. He wants to get to the federal courthouse because they're having a meeting down there. I kind of feel like I should protect and just witness what the police are going to do. That might be a mistake. Okay. You know what? Maybe we should get out of here. Maybe we should get out of here. Maybe I should get down to the federal courthouse. The police are going to probably start blocking people off. You want to go?
Let's go, player.
Okay. I'm going to...
People say they're after me.
Okay, let's go. Can you hold my phone, or you mind being live?
Yeah.
Okay, when we get in the car, you guys, I'm going to have my buddy here. You don't mind if you're on camera? It's all right. Okay. We're going to go to the federal courthouse, and there's a...
Hey, media. They're rushing.
Hey, if y'all need a ride,
I guess it's not going to be good in a minute. So I'm going to jump in the car and let my buddy, the media is getting out of here even. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to shine it on us. Okay, one second. I'm going to mute this for 1 second. unmuted. We're unmuted right now. We're going to the federal building. This is the gentleman I told you about who is keeping everybody in check with peaceful protesting. And you can just keep it really low, the phone, just for security reasons. And we're going to the federal building because they have a meeting there. And we are getting directions now. There is a bunch of LAPD just behind me.
Yeah, unfortunately, someone thought it would be a good idea to bring freaking rocks.
Oh, God.
And so I feel like LAPD saw that in the helicopters and was like, yeah, no.
Oh, jeez.
And I told them, I said, you bringing rocks is not a good idea. Just because people are going to think that, like, people out here that really want to be out here to protest the injustice, now they're just going to be like, okay, the undocumented are picking up rocks and throwing them. And it's like, no, there's only a couple people that are doing that.
Right. I always say it's like the 1 or 2% is, could do something, and then they'll take a clip of it and repeat it. Okay, great. Or you can just tell me right here. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Perfect. Good job.
And you're welcome to tell your social media or whatever, your channel or whatever. I know. I trust this guy. I was really impressed by you, watching you get on the mic and making sure everybody was peaceful, yelling at anybody that threw a water bottle, which rarely happens. That cold that took.
Yeah.
That was dumbfounding.
Yeah. There was a little bit of agitation up here tonight.
I didn't hear what I said.
He basically said, stop peaceful protest. I'm sick and tired of peaceful protest. Like,
oh,
we're
God.
here to fuck shit up.
Oh,
and
geez.
I'm like, like, who's that going to affect as soon as that happens? And he was all like, I don't care. It's like, you need to shut up in our movement. You need to stop talking in our movement. And it was a Hispanic guy, and I'm black. And I'm like, we didn't say that during Black Lives Matter, Like, we didn't let anyone speak.
But for the majority of people, that usually doesn't happen, right? They're usually peaceful.
No, most of the time they are peaceful, but like the group has some agitators that come and they really are just like in sense of just like destroying things. And I'm like, why? What is like? I understand like ICE just raided, but like, how can you help in the midterms if you have a federal charge? I didn't.
True.
Oh my God, is there a van following us?
I think the tour van. I think that's just like a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, because they can't see the directions.
Yeah. Sorry. Take a left.
Oh, the left. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
Take a left.
You're fine.
So, she saved me. Because I couldn't get out of there.
Really?
I took the train here because
You got here quick. I just found out. When did you find out?
Oh man, I found out like at 11 o'clock. I've been here.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty sure I'm fired from my job, but I don't give a fuck. They really can't hire me for protesting.
Well, don't tell what your job is. But unless you want to, but
No.
But so I thought this just sprung up like 2-3 hours ago because I just looked at the news, but it was like all the way to 10 o'clock. And I mentioned that there was no protest here when they came rolling through. They just rolled through. There was like a summer camp with children. So they would just roll through as a flex, right? Or
yeah, and the thing is, like, Karen Bass was out there for 3 minutes, and then like the thing was like everyone's like, oh, she's getting kettled or something like that. So we all rushed down here thinking like, oh shit, now Karen Bass is like whatever. But it turns out, speaking to the unhoused down there, they were like, no, she came down here, she handed us some food vouchers, a hotel voucher, and she dipped. And then she came with cameras and she came with her security, and she was only there for 3 minutes. And I'm like, what? That's so sad.
It is sad. I hear a lot of corruption goes on with Karen Bass.
Yeah,
and
I think it's because she has to have the funding. Like, she's funded by like the police department. I don't know. Like she can't say what she wants to say because she's too deep. She has to do the tell. So I'm very curious. Like, she came today, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is Karen Bass showing that she has some like Gulf or Gall, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the bad comments in
No,
here.
I don't care.
I get, yeah.
I'm
You know how it is.
I'm starting to get them now, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. It happened when I reached 1,000. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
You can be good with 600 and everything's so smooth, but as soon as you hit the 1,000 mark.
Is it your Instagram or you have a YouTube channel?
Oh, I have an Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you're welcome to shout out if you like. You don't have to if you don't, obviously.
I won't shout out it now.
Okay.
Just because we are.
Yeah.
Moving.
Right.
Okay, and right here. Turn here.
Okay.
Take a right.
Okay. So if the federal building has a meeting with.
The federal building has a meeting with, I believe it's with a couple organizers. So that's what I was told to go down there.
Oh, okay.
And I think it honestly was a warning by like someone from the east side, because they came over to me and they were like, "Yo, there's like a meeting at the federal building."
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay. And then someone told me on the way, like leaving the park, they said, by the way, they said we had to leave an hour ago. And I'm like, who the fuck said an hour ago? Like I wasn't notified that we had a dispersal disorder at all.
There was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you hear a dispersal disorder?
No, they usually do like the Amber Alert kind of thing, pops up on your phone.
Yeah, so it must be like it must be when those kids brought over those fucking rocks. And then I didn't notice it, and then another protest girl was like, "Oh, there's rocks here. You need to go." And I was like, Then I looked over, and sure as shit, there's fucking rocks.
Right, not drug rocks, but like just real rocks, right?
Like rocks, like someone smashed up the concrete and was like using that. And I'm like, yeah, no.
And it's like always just like a few people, just like one or two in the whole crowd. Because when I came up, it looked like a party. Everybody was happy. You were on the mic dancing.
And then it's just like, he told me that I was hogging the mic and I should shut up and I don't speak for brown people. I'm like, I'm here to Salvadorian. Could you imagine the optics that Black Lives Matter in 2020 if a black man said to Hispanic, shut up?
Yeah.
That wouldn't.
I'm sorry. And you do such a good job keeping peace and getting people in a good mood.
Yeah, because I don't believe in that violence. That's not going to solve anyone.
Right.
That's not going to solve anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from my group are like, hang on. I'm going to get chewed out. Hey, babe. I'm headed back from the protest. Maylene sent me photos of me today. Where are you at? Did you get what I told you to get today?
We're almost there.
Yes or no? Okay. The ice cream. Hey, listen. I need you to be careful. I want you to go home. I'm going to the federal building. And then I want to go home. Not long. Where are you going? Did she tell you? Hey, you need to be careful. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I told Nate.
I'll just tell them. I'll tell people that. Hey guys, we're almost at the federal building, and then there will be a speech and a protest. So hang in there. I think I'm going the right way.
Yeah. Yep, you're going the right way.
Cool.
You got 5 minutes to get there.
5 minutes to get there. Well, I'll pull you up so you could jump out. And
I don't know if it depends how sticky it is.
Okay.
Just because if you're like a organizer or a leader, like.
I know. Yeah. Right.
The visibility was a little too much today, huh?
Well, my hat's off to you because it takes some courage and your message of trying to keep the peace. I haven't been down to MacArthur Park for a while, and I was like kind of blown away of how bad it was, with the homeless and everything. I knew it was bad.
You didn't realize how bad they have it, like bad.
No, I go downtown a lot, but not to MacArthur Park. I just never around there, and I didn't realize just how bad it was. So, and it could be so beautiful and nice too.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly what it is. Like, but the government or they're not managing funds, and I know a lot of Republicans would love to hear this one. Like, the Democrats aren't managing the funds. Does that make sense? So they say to you Republicans that, yeah, thank you, it's containment. See, I grew up in Minnesota. I know how to toe the line.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I know how to flip back and forth. So the Democrats are basically saying that, oh, we're going to take this money for housing and homelessness, and we're going to allocate $1 billion funds. Allocate is move the funds from God somewhere else. And so they do this, guys, but then they don't give the unhoused actual needs. So, like, the mayor came today and she handed them, like, vouchers for hotels and things like that. And the homeless were like, this is the first time I've ever seen the mayor. So she she was only out there for PR to say that she was part of the movement, whatever. Yeah.
She got there pretty fast, huh? You think that she knew about this and pretending she didn't? She said she was on her way to something.
That's the thing. I'm like, I feel like Karen Bass set this up. I feel like she's showing the line. Because honestly, why wouldn't you make a press conference and be like, oh, by the way, like, look what's happening.
Right.
But she got out there first, and she was all like, oh my God, they're harassing and accosting me. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, well, I know some people that have been exposing her corruption, like Film the Police LA. Shout out to him, especially with her homeless program, is a complete fraud.
Yeah. And so that's what the community has been stepping up. Like, we've been needing help. Like, I have a drop-off that I do, like, every day. Sometimes I might do in the morning.
Wow.
And you just have to do it where you don't get caught because,
really?
You're bringing it to someone's home. You know what I mean? So.
If you get caught, do I go right here?
You go straight.
Oh, go straight?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you bring food to homeless people to their home, you get in trouble?
That's not the people we're talking about.
Oh.
You feel me?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So if you do that, then it's like you're under the radar.
Got it.
And you're just going to keep going straight back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so I've been in the crosshairs.
I bet. Have you gotten any death threats? And
of course I get death threats. I get death threats all the time. I'm like,
you're trying to feed the homeless and you get death threats. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, okay, I just tend to ignore it. There's a fellow agent, digital windows.
What?
Sends it out car.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
There's a federal agent. Wow. Okay. Do you want me to just drive by so you can scope it out?
Yeah, drive by.
Okay.
And then I want you. That van, though.
Where's the van?
Oh, never mind. That's the truck. Well, you see how it's parked? So lately, what they've been doing, I know you Republicans would love this too. The government has been using vans, and the vans jam the signal. They have a signal like antenna up top, and it's usually a big white van, and it's so people can't communicate.
Oh, yeah, my signal will go down. I just thought it was congested.
No. Oh, right here.
Okay. Where are we?
Right here. Turn here.
Oh,
get in the lane.
left?
Yeah. Get in the lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we get close, you can film what's going on because they'll know that we're at the federal building anyways. Yeah, you can go ahead and film. My window's so dry. I did not plan for this today. Let me see if I. When I do this.
I'll just zoom in. Yeah. Now
when I do this, it makes it worse. Oh my God! See, it makes it worse. I got a new windshield, but we can open the window so you can get a good view when we turn. Yeah, I get death threats too. I protested like the Church of Scientology and the LAPD last year, and I got like way more death threats than that too.
I got people sharing my shit, and I don't even know who they are. So it's taking me like a day. Okay, and these two are the white vans.
Where's the white van?
They sometimes will use.
Oh, yeah.
ICE will use metro cars as well.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've seen them. And the other day they used the Hulu car.
Oh, jeez.
It was very strange, but there's
a Hulu car?
Yeah, there's.
Oh.
You know those like vans
that
with the billboard that's like lit up. Yeah, and there was ICE driving it in uniform.
Oh my God.
Like they're using.
Have you seen ICE scoop up people?
No, because they know not to do it around me. They do it so fast.
They do it so fast. I was in the Fashion District, which is downtown Los Angeles, and I guess they came in and within like 5 minutes and took 3 people.
Yep.
And now it's like a ghost town. Like everybody's scared because I can't source where I heard it from right in this very moment.
Yeah.
But it was like 7% of the people that are taking, only like 7% have criminal offenses. A lot of them are documented to be here, and out of that 7%, like half of them, like the criminal offenses, like bar fights and shit. The other half is they're already in jail. So it's like, who are they taking off the street? They're taking like people that are going to their court cases, documented people, that are going through the process.
This is outside of the building.
Oh, here we are. You're right. This is the detention center.
Yeah.
So
how many people?
I think it's probably just forming. It's probably like, let's see what, I don't know, 20, 30 people, I can't tell. Did you want to go to the federal building, or there's no National Guard right now?
No.
Yeah. So this is the detention center, guys.
No, I mean, sorry, it's at the detention center.
Oh, okay.
So it's a press conference at the detention center.
Okay. Well, we can park right up here if you want to stay. I guess the news stations are here, so is it close to 4:30? We only have 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it's starting now, I think.
Okay. Did you want to jump out? I'm going to go park right up here.
Yeah, I'll jump out.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome to go with me, but I didn't know if you want to park with me or, I could pull right here if you like.
Where are you going to park?
Right in the Union Station. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, because when you go out as a group, you have to do it in pairs. Like, just for safety, especially to women.
I know, I'm always by myself.
Yeah, you got to protect our women out there, guys.
Thank you. You're such a gentleman. How you guys doing? Almost here. I'm just going to park real quick. And shout out to my mods once again. I hope they're not giving a hard time.
No.
I hope there was a lot of support, respectful comments. I get people saying, deport me all the time.
No, I'm so used to it.
Me too.
It's like, you forget that you're low-key famous. Because everyone's watching LA, and when you're in LA, you just don't even, you know what I mean? But you gotta remember, when we're live, both of us are live, we're pulling in people from all
over the world.
Yeah, and a lot of the world.
And they just see like little clips. This is why I started doing this. I never thought I would do politics, but I couldn't stomach the idea of like politicians on both sides giving false information, clipping one little thing of like the Waymo fires, but not showing thousands of peaceful protesters, and just repeating this narrative. Even some of my own family members think like say shit like
we're animals. And then my phone has been, of course, it's been like, you feel me? I'm not trying to be like all paranoid, but.
Oh yeah. Oh, right here is terrible. If the signal goes out, give me like 2 minutes, because always right here I can't get on. But